We always discuss gender inequality in developed countries, but it has an even deeper impact on women who live in developing countries.
"62 million girls around the world are not in school. Million more are fighting just to stay there. Without education, girls are more likely to marry young, have children early, and spend their life in poverty. Yet, when girls are given the opportunity to receive an education, they are more likely to improve their own lives and those of their families, helping to break the cycle of poverty. So what's the problem? First of all, the cost of education. Though education should be free, there are a lot of costs associated with sending children to school. The cost of uniforms, textbooks, or bus fare can be too much to bear for a family living in poverty. Too often parents choose to keep their girls at home and send the boys to school instead. Next, the distance to school. In many parts of the developing world, the nearest primary school to a particular community might be a 4 or 5 hour long walk away. On top of that, girls may face dangers or violence on the long way to school, so many parents opt to keep their daughters at home and out of harm's way. Then the violence at school. Once arriving to school, girls may face various forms of violence at the hands of teachers, peers, and other people in the school environment. If parents find out a school isn't safe for their daughters, they may remove them from school. Also, gender norms. Typically, girls are asked to fetch the water, take care of their younger siblings, and to help their mothers cook and clean. Due to this, girls may not have the opportunity to attend a school because their contributions to the household are valued more than their personal education. Next, poverty. In many parts of the developing world, children's health is a big concern, especially if they are facing poverty. If there is not enough food or sufficient clean water to keep girls nourished and healthy, they may not be well enough to attend a school.
When girls are forced to marry young, they are often pulled out of school at a very critical age in their development. The transition from primary to secondary education is key for girls to gain the life skills they need to escape the cycle of poverty. Yet, this is often the same time that many girls leave school due to early marriages or pregnancy. Girls who become pregnant are often discouraged from attending school because of the stigma surrounding them. Child marriage is any formal marriage or informal union where one or both of the parties are under 18 years of age. Child marriage is a truly global problem that cuts across countries, cultures, religions, and ethnicities. Child brides can be found in every region in the world. In Southern Asia and in Western and Central Africa, 46 and 41% respectively of the underage girls have been forced to get married. In Malawi, 4 out of 5 married girls have not finished primary school. Almost 20% of women alive today were married as children. Nowadays, one underage girl is married every 2 seconds. That is 15 million every year. As they have no means to cope with menstruation, girls stop going to school, and this forces them to get married young, as they have less chances of getting a job because they haven't finished their studies.
The total praxis, approximately, of the 287,000 maternity deaths which are signed every year are gathered in the developing countries. The adolescents and the young women between 15 and 24 years old present a risk of being infected by AIDS. The period affects the schooling of girls, because they tend to abandon the school when they are in the puberty. As they do not have toilets in the school, girls miss the days when they have the period. UNICEF calculates that 272 million days of school are lost because of the toilets. In these countries, the high number of the immature maternity, the risk of interrupting a pregnancy, the lacking sanitary attention out of the fertilities, and the diseases of sexual transmission are due to the lack of information that they are given. 50% of the women in the world have a different access to the prime health treatment. More than 800 million people do their needs outdoor. There are women who drink and eat moderately in order not to go to the toilets alone or because they are in public. When women have their period, they do not have the hygienic products, and they do it with papers, with a leaf, or with a cloth, which can make them infections or wounds. As they do not have tap water in their bathrooms, they can't wash themselves discreetly or leave what they have used for the period. The removal of her clitoris and external genitalia produced complete insensitivity and a source of medical and psychological problems, even death. It is practiced in 27 countries by people of different faith. 3 million girls are suppressed to be done the ablation every year. Specifically, girls under 15 are victims of the mutilation. 20,000 of them ask for refuge in the European Union in order to escape from this practice.
We can help girls get the education they deserve by supporting the following. Equal access to education. Initiate plans of support to communities that promote positive attitudes towards equal access to education and that raise awareness on its importance for both boys and girls. Plans which also support the creation of gender-sensitive learning environments to ensure both boys and girls enjoy the right to education. Village savings and loans associations. Programs which help promote financial literacy and allow women and girls to invest in their education. Challenging gender roles. Raising awareness at family and community levels will promote positive attitudes towards education for girls. It's also important to engage parents in open dialogue regarding commonly held gender stereotypes. Preventing violence in schools. Bring awareness to communities to ensure that their schools are violence-free and that they provide a safe learning environment for girls.